I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. All right, so a couple things to mention before we get this show on the road. So imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball against legends past and present, and that's what you'd have right here. This is an attempt to play 162 games from start to finish, no skipped innings, no simulated games. This is game number 109 out of 162 plus, and the reason why it's 162 plus is because, of course, I want to make the playoffs and the World Series. Next thing to mention is the Avengers, the Hollywood Avengers, have been placed in the National League West. As you can see, these are the National League West standings. Since the All-Star break, the Avengers are 3-7 and have fallen into a first-place tie in the division with the LA Dodgers. As you can see, the Avengers are 69-39. It's a good record, 30 games over 500. But going 3-7 since the All-Star break, they've lost a 3-game lead, and they now sit tied atop of the NL West. So I need to get my hitting shoes on. I need to get on a winning streak. So follow me as we jump into the calendar. So I'm playing a 3-game set at home against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Lost the first 2 games of this set. I'm trying to salvage the series. They have the brooms out. They're looking to sweep. So play organizations games. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, play game. All preceding games will be simulated. Do you want to continue? Okay. Play full game. We are the home team at the designated home ballpark, which is Crosley Field for the Avengers. This looks good. Chris Pratt, which is Star-Lord from the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, is 12-4. He gets the start. And a lot of guys need some rest. So hold on a second. I got to make some changes to this lineup. Let's go. Tom Holland, which is Spider-Man, is going to sit down. And Clark Gregg, Phil Coulson, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., is going to play. We're going to take Mark Ruffalo and put him at the catcher position. We're going to take Robert Downey Jr. and we're going to switch him with... Dave Bautista's... we're going to leave him in. Never mind. Sorry for the delay. We'll get this show on the road in just a second. Let's see. Dave Bautista's got to sit down for Idris Elba. And Chris Evans is the DH, so he's fine. Could Chris Evans play first base? Yes, he can. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go... Chris Evans is going to play first base. Robert Downey Jr. is going to sit down. And Vin Diesel, I Am Groot, is going to be the DH. And then we're just going to fix the lineup just to drop. So Mackey, Evans, Mark Ruffalo. Chadwick Boseman is actually going to hit third. Mark Ruffalo is going to be the DH. Idris... Pardon me. Hold on. Center fielder Don Cheadle is going to hit 5th. Elba is going to hit 6th. Winter Soldier is going to hit 7th. Clark Gregg's going to stay 9th. So that's our lineup. And let's get the show on the road. Like I said, the Pirates have won the first 2 games of this 3-game set. They have the brooms out. They're looking to sweep. So in this created franchise, I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And obviously I do play-by-play because I can't keep my mouth shut when we're playing these games. These are the 2 lineups. So here we are live for some Major League Baseball here at Crosley Field in Ohio as the Pittsburgh Pirates visit the Hollywood Avengers. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. On the mound for the Avengers, Chris Pratt, also known as Peter Quill in the MCU, is 12-4 with a 3.91 earned run average. And leading off for the Pirates is Ozzie Smith. Ozzie's hitting .285, a homer, 22 RBIs on the season. 2 months left of the season. We are past the All-Star break. Here comes the first pitch of the ball game. Fastball in there, strike one. Avengers are 30 games over 500, good for 2nd place in the NL West. That is Chadwick Boseman at 3rd and Don Cheadle in center field.
First pitch, 12:40.
And he fouls the knuckler back. 2 quick strikes on Ozzie Smith. Ozzie Smith played for the the St. Louis Cardinals in the mid-1980s. Defensive guru at shortstop. Fastball outside, count is 1-2. 84 degrees here in downtown Ohio. Clear skies, perfect day for baseball. Let's see, what did they throw? Nope. Change up just misses low, count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes on Smith. And he fouls it upstairs, and the count will remain 2-2. Time for some baseball. If you're not a baseball fan, first of all, thank you for watching regardless. Fouls down the right field line, out of play. But there are plenty of other games that I live stream. Just feel free to investigate my YouTube channel. Just scroll down on the page. There's plenty of playlists there, different varieties of games. And he pops it up to the second baseman. That is, I believe, Clark Gregg, Phil Agent Coulson, Phil Agent Shield. Starting lineup for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Ozzie is at short, Joey Wendell's at left, Eddie Matthews at third, Freddie Freeman's at first. The right fielder is Dale Murphy. Chris Davis is the DH. Michael Chavez is at second. Victor Robles is at center, and batting ninth, playing catcher, Robinson Chirinos. That is the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Joey Wendell, just a shade over 200, 5 homers, 20 RBIs. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, strike 197 on the radar gun. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Swing and a miss. The cut fastball count is quickly. No balls and 2 strikes to Wendell. Swing and a miss. The changeup way out in front. Struck him out, and there's 2 away. Next up, Eddie Matthews, legendary player, plays third base, hitting .320. He has 21 homers and 72 RBIs. Here comes the pitch from Peter Quill. At the knees, strike 1. So, yesterday's baseball game in the schedule, the Avengers lost in 13 innings, extra inning matchup. 4-3 they lost. Grounds at foul. The count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Matthews. Fastball low, 1-2. Painful loss to lose in 13 innings, but that's baseball. You play 162 games and you don't simulate any of them. Sometimes you're going to lose. It's just the way it is. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with the high fastball. Side is retired. Half inning played here at Crosley. It is the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. The Avengers coming to bat. This is Avengers baseball. So on the mound for the Pirates, Chris Paddock making his 22nd appearance. He's 10-5, 3.16 earned run average. Leading off for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie. He is Sam Wilson in the MCU. The new Captain America, hitting .316. He has 14 homers and 55 runs batted in. Comes first pitch from Paddock. And that's a line drive. Will it hang up there? Yes, it will. Hit it right on the nose, but right at Dale Murphy in right field. Starting lineup for the Avengers. At short is Anthony Mackie, batting second. First is Chris Evans. Chadwick Boseman's at third, the DH, Mark Ruffalo. Center field, Don Cheadle. Right field, Idris Elba. Left field, Sebastian Stan. The DH is Vin Diesel. I am Groot. And batting ninth and playing second base is Clark Gregg. Chris Evans, the first Avengers, hitting .320, steps up to the plate. Checks his swing, changeup is low, ball 1. Pirates are only 3 games over 500, but that's good for second place in the National League Central Division. So Chris Evans plays Steve Rogers in the MCU. Fastball low, count is 2 balls and no strikes. And that's a line drive headed down the right field line. It is in there off the sidewall. He makes the turn at first, heads to second. It'll be a 1-out single. Check that, 1-out double. He can do this all day. It's the 26th double of the season for Evans. And they have a runner in scoring position with 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Trying to stop this 3-game losing streak. Next up, Chadwick Boseman. The late, great Chadwick Boseman hitting .338 on the season. And he hits a deep fly ball to center. And it is Gonzo. That is a 2-run home run from Chadwick Boseman. Wakanda forever, baby. That's home run number 14 on the season. And just like that here in the bottom of the first inning, the Avengers take an early 2-0 advantage. I thought that was going to be caught, and then I thought it was going to be off the wall. And it just kept on going. Here's the replay. Oof. Said, give me that home run. Next up, the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, .337, 23 homers, 89 RBIs. And that's a deep drive. It's got a chance. He will, off the wall, left field wall. He makes the turn. It's a strong throw on line. A single, and he throws him out trying to take second base. Perfect relay to the second baseman for out number 2. Not enough speed around those bases. Next up, the center fielder Don Cheadle, who's 1 for his last 16. Ice cold. The average is dipped to 286. He does have 10 homers and 53 runs batted in. Switch hitter batting from the left side. 2-0 lead for the MCU. And he slices it to left field. Left center field racing over is Joey Wendell, makes the catch to retire the side. But T'Challa, Black Panther, gives the Avengers a early 2-0 lead at the end of 1. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps Freddie Freeman, first baseman, in 325. He has 29 homers and 86 runs batted in. He leads the ball club. Pratt sets and delivers. And he fouls off the fastball, strike 1. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Mr. IFT Nation, hey, thank you for joining. You know the drill. Please like the video if you have an opportunity. Check to swing, but found the outside corner. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Freeman. The MCU have an early 2-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. They're trying to break those brooms. Strike 3 called. Breaking ball, outside corner, and there's 1 away. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Star-Lord. Next up is the right fielder, Dale Murphy. He's hitting 246. He has 13 homers and 53 runs batted in. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. Dale Murphy, I don't think Dale Murphy is a Hall of Famer, but he's an all-star from the 1980s. Played for the Atlanta Braves, if I remember correctly. Swinging to miss out in front of the changeup. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Love the new profile pic. Thank you very much, IFT. Swinging to miss out in front. Again, that's another strikeout for Star-Lord. That's the 4th already. Show us the replay. I don't know what was going on there. I think that they had a mistake in the truck. So 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the second. Up steps Chris Davis, who's hitting 212 on the season. 7 homers, 21 RBIs. Fastball just misses off the plate. Counts 1 ball and no strikes. I got the idea for the cartoon picture from Chris1 Gaming. It's a YouTube gaming channel that I tend to watch. I like what he does. I noticed that on Twitter he had created a cartoon version of his own face. I said, that's a good idea. So I went on to Google Play, found the free app, and started experimenting, and that was the one that I liked the best. Count is 2 balls and no strikes to Chris Davis. Here comes the pitch from Pratt. Hard line drive to the shortstop, and Mackey makes the catch to retire the side. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Star-Lord. After an inning and a half of baseball, it's the Avengers 2, the Pirates nothing. So Idris Elba steps up to the plate, bottom of the second inning. He's hitting 261. He has 7 homers and 38 runs batted in. Part-time player, usually in left field. Fastball outside, ball 1 from Chris Paddock. Paddock is his name. Baseball is his game. Did he check it?
What you got?
According to the first base umpire, yes, he did. No swing. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Idris plays Hemdahl in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Pitches outside. Count is 3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light? No, he won't, because I don't swing on 3-0 pitches. I always take them. Inside corner. Now it's a hitter's count, 3 balls and 1 strike, and I swing on 3-1 counts. So let's see if it's in there for a strike. I'm hacking. And that is a grounder to first, fielded by Freddie Freeman. Steps on the bag, goes 1 away. I did see your Dungeons and Dragons video. Well, thank you very much, Mr. IFT. Defensive alignment in the outfield for the Pittsburgh Pirates from left to right is Joey Wendell, Victor Robles, and Dale Murphy. And in the infield, there's Eddie Matthews, Ozzie Smith, Michael Chavez, Freddie Freeman, and Robinson Chirinos behind home plate. Those are some Dungeons and Dragons is my first love. Up next is the Winter Soldier hitting 270, and he fouls it down the right field line. Murphy makes the catch, 2 away. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second. Who's your top player? I don't know what that means exactly. My top player? Does that mean like which character is the highest level that I've ever achieved? I'm more of a dungeon master, which is basically like the referee or the game master, than I am. Pitches outside, ball 1 to Vin Diesel. I am Groot. Count as 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs, bases empty. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. So I'm usually the person who tells the story and runs the game, and it's the people who play with me. Oh, who's my top player in baseball? Pardon me, I was still thinking of Dungeons and Dragons. And he pulls it high and deep, but foul. So the player that has the most homers and RBIs in this season with 2 months left is Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk. That's it. Ground ball to second. Routine play for Ozzy. Throws to first in the dirt, scooped out nicely by Freddie Freeman to retire the side. So after 2 innings of baseball, it's a 2-0 lead for the Hollywood Avengers. The player with the most hits and the highest batting average is Spider-Man Tom Holland. Most homers and RBIs is Hulk smash. Next up is Michael Chavez here to start off the top of the third for the Pirates, sitting 219, 7 homers on the season. Here comes the pitch. And he pops him up, jumping out of the crouch is, speaking of the Hulk, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Mark Ruffalo's behind the home plate today. League leaders in wins, as you can see, Thor Odinson, a.k.a. Chris Hemsworth, leads the National League in wins with 16, but Chris Pratt's in the middle of that list with 12. So is Tom Hiddleston, or Loki. Green Glove, listen, there's only so much I can do when I use the create a player function. If he's going to be the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, I did my best to try to make as much of him as green as possible. I did the gloves, the armbands, the mask, a little bit on the shoes, best I could do. If I could have made his hair green, I would have. Fastball in there, strike 1 to Victor Robles. Victor's playing center field for the Pirates today. 1 out, top of the third, 2-0 lead for the MCU. Swing and a miss at the changeup, strike 2. And that's a grounder to short, backhanded by Mackey. Throws to first, cut the check, there's 2 away. Next up, the catcher, Robinson Chirinos, hitting .233, 8 homers, 20 RBIs. Just gets a piece of that fastball, 96 on the radar gun for strike 1. Out in front of the changeup, swing and a miss out in front. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Chirinos. And he pops it upstairs behind home plate. The count will remain 0-2. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Struck him out swinging. And the side is retired. 2.5 played here at Crosley Fields. The Avengers lead 2-0. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the bottom of the third. Up steps Phil Coulson, agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., played by Clark Gregg in the MCU. 227, 2 homers, 10 RBIs. He's a backup player. He's giving Tom Holland, Spider-Man, a day off at second today. Swing and a miss the fastball, strike 1. Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Swing and a miss. Can't seem to catch up to that inside fastball. 2 quick strikes on Greg, pardon me. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Phil Coulson, son of Cole. Ground ball to the third baseman, Matthews Fields, fires, got him, and there's 1 away. Hollywood Avengers schedule coming up, a 4-game set against the Philadelphia Phillies, and then they go against their division rival. They go to Dodger Stadium to play the Los Angeles Dodgers. So the lineup turns over for the Avengers. Up steps the new Captain America, Anthony Mackie, who lined out in the first. If you don't know that he's the new Captain America, you need to get Disney Plus. high, ball one. You need to get Disney Plus. You need to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is a streaming TV show. Came out a few months ago. Can't keep it a secret forever. Pitches inside, count as 2 balls and no strikes. Still first. Outstanding, IFT. Listen, I appreciate your support, IFT. I like your channel. I'm going to do my best to try to watch some of your live streams. And he pops it up. Charging in towards home plate is Freddie Freeman straddling the line, makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
Now batting.
Next up, Chris Evans. Chris had a double and a run scored his last at bat. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Paddock. And he's late on the fastball, fouls it back, strike 1. Well, listen, I appreciate you too. I'm going to be completely honest with you. You know, you've been very nice to me. You've been very loyal. I've noticed your name in the stream, regardless of what game it is. So seriously, I want you to get monetized. Believe me, I'd like to get monetized too. Pitch is low, count is 2 balls and 1 strike. To be completely honest with you, I don't need to be monetized. I do this because it's fun. I want to have a good time. I don't want it to become a drag. Up the middle, it's a single for. He can do this all day. Captain America, or the original Captain America, gets a 2-out single here in the bottom of the 3rd. Hits leaders on the Avengers. As you can see, Spider-Man Tom Holland leads the team with 149. Chris Evans is 3rd, entering play. So, the late, great Chadwick Boseman hit a 2-run home run in the 1st inning, steps up to the plate. I say late and great because Black Panther, we lost Chadwick to colon cancer in 2020. May he rest in peace. I like to get monetized, but, you know, not at the expense of having fun. Throw to first. He's back. You know. What's annoying is that you think that you have to get to 1,000 subscribers in order to get monetized. Pitch is high, 1 ball and no strikes. And then you get to 1,000 subscribers and you read the fine print and you realize, oh, you also need 4,000 watch hours. So it's not just 1,000 subs. Throw to first, he's back. And then I check that and I realize, oh boy, I only have about 2,200 out of 4,000, which means in order to be monetized, honestly, at the rate that people are watching, I need like double the number of subscribers. I had to get to like 2,000 subscribers. It was hard enough to get to 1,000. But nevertheless, I digress. Black Panther's at the plate. He goes, pitches inside, no call to strike. Throw down is not in time. It's a stolen base for Steve Rogers. Here's the replay. In there for a strike, count is 1-1. Gets the hand in there. You know what? Funny thing is that when you try to turn something into a money-making venture, it does take the money away. It does take the fun away, pardon me. Runners in scoring position, but you're still awesome. Well, so are you. Thank you very much. Out in front, swinging and miss, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So runner leads off second. 2 away. Pitch is high. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads off second. 2-0 lead for the MCU here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here comes a pitch from Paddock. Just gets a piece of the fastball to stay alive. And we will line it up again. Paddock sets and delivers. And he rolls it over, pulls it foul down the 3rd baseline. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he hits a deep drive to center, but not deep enough. In left center field, Robles makes the catch to retire the side. Were you really watching my stream work? Yeah, of course I was. I wasn't able to watch it like every single second. At some points I had to like look up and get on the computer, but I left it running in the background. So I was listening, you know, to the stream. Actually, you should have put your microphone on. It would have been cool. Anyway, we go to the top of the 4th. Up steps Ozzie Smith. He's 0 for 1. He lined out in the 1st. Pratt has a 2-0 lead here in the 4th inning, trying to avoid the sweep. Pittsburgh's won the first 2 games of this 3-game series. So Avengers are trying not to get swept at home. And that's a drive to left, but there is Sebastian Stan. The Winter Soldier makes the catch for out number 1. I will next time, says IFT Nation. Don't let me put pressure on you. If you're not comfortable doing the microphone, it's not a big deal. Pitch speed comparison brought to you by IFT Nation. Chris Paddock and Chris Pratt tied at 97. However, Chris Pratt has the lead that counts. 2-0 in the ballgame here in the top of the fourth. Next up, Joey Wendell struck out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch. Fastball in there, strike one. Don't let me put pressure on you. If you're not comfortable using the microphone, fine. I just thought to myself that when you were doing the career mode in that wrestling game and there were the conversation options that you're allowed to choose, but the character doesn't speak, it would have been cool if you were hamming it up and actually reading out those comments. Strike two, breaking ball in there, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Wendell. The reason why is because when people are watching on their phone and there's writing on the screen, it's very hard for people to actually see the writing, because if the phone is small, then the writing is super small. So when writing comes on the screen that's not being read by a voiceover actor, you should voice that stuff out because people will appreciate it. So the count is 0-2. And he fouls it back. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. 2-0 lead here in the fourth. Narrating. Yep. Absolutely. And that's a ground ball deep in the hole short. And it is past the diving attempt by Mackey and into left center field. It is a 1-out single for the Pirates. And they will get the tying run to the plate. You do the same. Well, I try my hardest. I mean, obviously, I can pick the conversation wheel choices in Mass Effect, but they do have a voice actor that like does it. So I mean, even if I didn't do it in that case, it wouldn't be that big a deal. And I'm not saying that you should narrate every single little thing. Like, I'm sure that would get annoying too. Grounder 4, 6, 3. Oh, not in time. I thought it might be a double play, but instead it'll be out at second. Fielder's choice. Runner is switches at first base. Freddie Freeman. So anyway, 2 outs, runner at first. And up steps Freddie Freeman, who struck out in the second inning. Left-handed hitter versus the lefty. High strike. Almost. I thought it was going to be a double play, but Freddie Freeman was on the All-Star team this season for the Pittsburgh Pirates. First baseman. Just gets a piece of the cut fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And that's, oh, it hits the pitcher in the face. And everybody's going to be safe. And there's runners at first and second. And is he okay? I don't know. I'm not sure if he's going to be okay. I think they need to get the doctor out there. Oh, no. Wait, he's back up. You know why? Because he's Star-Lord. He is Peter Quill. I am Star-Lord. I'm in the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I don't come out of the game. Fastball low, ball 1. Dale Murphy struck out in his first at-bat. He has runners at first and second and 2 away. Tying runs are on base for the Pirates. But this time, he pops it up. Foul territory. Chris Evans makes the catch to retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits, 2 left on at the end of 3.5. It's the Avengers 2, the Pirates nothing. This is Avengers Baseball. So leading off the bottom of the fourth is the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, who singled in his first at-bat. He's 4 for 10 in this series. Like I said earlier, Mark Ruffalo leads the team in homers and RBIs. Out in front of the changeup, swinging a miss, strike 1. He was the catcher representing the National League in the All-Star game. And that's a deep drive, but playable. Center fielder settles under it, makes the catch, 1 away. Next up, Don Cheadle. Don is 0 for 9 in this series. Doesn't have a hit. 0 for 1 today. I'm sure he'd like to break that string. Swing and a miss, the fastball 95 on the radar gun. Strike 1. Jams him, pops it up, short left field. Ozzie Smith makes the catch, 2 away. So he's 0 for 10 in this series. Talk about ice cold. Next up, Idris Elba, Hemdahl from the Thor franchise. 0 for 1, grounded out. Fastball outside, ball 1. And he bloops it into short right field. It is, look at that catch from Dale Murphy in right. Gives up the body to retire the side. Let's see the replay. We got a Sports Center play right here. I would have, if I was him, I would have turned the glove around, but nevertheless, he makes the catch. The end of 4 innings of play. Still a 2-0 lead for the MCU. So we go to the top of the 5th. Up steps Chris Davis, the DH. He's 0 for 1. So I don't know if you were here when I said this earlier, but since the All-Star break, I've been losing games. I'm 3-7. Lost 7 of my first 10 games after the All-Star break and squandered a 3-game lead in the division. I'm playing like garbage lately. Garbage. So I need to turn it around. I don't know what's going on. I'm losing focus. Knuckler floats in there for strike 1. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike to Chris Davis. Just misses off the plate inside, 2-1. I don't know what it is. I'm winning like crazy in the first half, and now I'm having trouble. Grounded to third, fielded by Black Panther. Long throw in time, 1 away. So, team ERA leaders in the National League. As you can see, the Avengers have the best ERA in the National League. Pirates are in second place, though. So, obviously, we're dealing with two teams with really good pitching staffs. Next up, this is game number 109 out of 162 games. No skipped innings, no simulated games. All of them on YouTube. Again, game number 109. First pitch to Chavez at the knees. Strike 1, 96 on the radar gun. Bases empty, 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th. And he fouls off the cutter. Count is 0-2. Chris Pratt has 12 wins on the season. He's tied with his teammate Loki with 12. Strike 3 called at the knees. Chavez thought it was low. That's strikeout number 6 for Star-Lord. And there's 2 away. Next up, center fielder Victor Robles, who grounded out in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. Fastball in there, strike 1. Outside, count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Robles. And he tries to bunt his way on, but the bunt is foul for strike 2. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Oh, that's a deep drive. If it stays fair, it's trouble. It is a foul ball, just by inches. This was almost a 2-1 game. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-0 lead for the MCU. Here's the pitch from Pratt. Strike 3 called. Inside corner on the edge. Strikeout number 7 of the game for Star-Lord. After 4.5, 2-0 MCU. Soon, says IFT Nation. Soon what? What would you like to say, sir? I don't understand. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Up steps Sebastian Stan. 0 for 1.
Number 16.
Fastball outside, ball 1. I have a feeling you might be using autocorrect or something and you meant to type something else and it came out as soon. Swing and a miss. Count is 0, 1 ball, 1 strike. It went out of bounds. It did go out of bounds, thank God. It's close to being a 1-run ball game. Oh, out in front of the changeup. Way out in front. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bucky Barnes. And he skies it to right. There is Dale Murphy for a routine catch, and there's 1 out. I'm just not scoring runs lately. I don't know what it is. 5th inning, 2 runs. Up next, Vin Diesel, grounded out in the 2nd. I am Groot. And he's late on the fastball. Fouls it down the right field line for strike 1. Vin is a part-time player. I don't know who's he's giving a day off to because I mixed the lineup today. But and he pulls it down the left field line. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to Vin. Did he check it? Yes, he did, according to the first base umpire. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Pitch is high. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that's a line drive, which is deep, but curling foul. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. It had the distance, but just couldn't keep it fair. Low, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is Agent of Sheep. You know what? I forgot to get my water. I should be ashamed of myself. I need to keep hydrated, but I forgot my water today. Damn it. And it's a 2-hopper to third. Eddie Matthews on the infield grass, throws to first, and there are 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. I'm getting quite parched. Up next, Clark Gregg, son of Cole. Here comes a pitch from Chris Paddock. Fastball low, ball 1. Mr. Outlander, welcome to the stream. You know the deal. You know the routine. Don't forget to like. 2-seam fastball inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Phil Coulson. I forgot my coffee. I forgot my water. I'm neither hydrated nor dehydrated. Swing and a miss. Swung at the inside. Change up. Tantalizing inside change up. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Outlander is indeed here, IFT Nation. If you're unaware, IFT Nation, the Outlander has an awesome YouTube channel of his own where he does sports and other types of action games. And he swings and lines it to left, but there is Joey Wendell to make the catch and retire the side. But we have an official ball game. 5 innings complete, 2-0 lead for the Avengers. The Outlander is here. So we go to the top. Yes, sir, I'm getting my coffee and my Rogue Energy ready right now. That's right. Rogue Energy is not a sponsor here, but Rogue Energy is indeed a sponsor on the Outlander Show. For a special coupon code to give you 10% off, check out the Outlanders live streams. Anyway, Robinson Chirinos is 0 for 1. He's 0 for 6 in this series. It's the top of the 6th inning, 2-0 lead for the MCU. Trying to stave off the sweep. Fastball in there, strike 1. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Count is quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Chris Pratt throwing a shutout. I hope I just didn't jinx him, but throwing a shutout in the 6th. Strike 3 called. And there's 1 away. That's strikeout number 8. He has 8 strikeouts in 5 1/3 innings pitched. And I don't want to jinx it. But we're in the 6th inning. And I'm not sure how many hits the Pittsburgh Pirates have. It's very possible that the Pirates have no hits in this game. We have to check that out. So 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Up steps Ozzie Smith. Fastball in there, strike 1. This season, game number 81 on the season, Chris Hemsworth, a.k.a. Thor Odin's son, threw a perfect game. 9 innings, 27 outs, no hits, no walks. Is it possible that we could have 2 in 1 season? Fouls it off the count as quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to Ozzie. Then again, I may be making all this up. I may have already given up a hit. I just can't remember right now. Ground ball to third, fielded by Chadwick. Throws to first, in time, 2 away. I almost don't want to jinx it. If I check and I jinx it. Next up, Joey Wendell. It's 1 for 2 with a single. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Chris Pratt. Fastball inside corner, strike 1. Checks the swing, but the changeup finds the strike zone. 2 quick strikes. Count is 0-2 on Wendell. Wendell has an average near the Mendoza line, but he has a hit today. He's had a decent series. Strikes him out inside, screws him into the ground. Strikeout number 9, and the side is retired. 5.5 complete. No, Pittsburgh has 2 hits. Look at me thinking I have a no-hitter going. But it's 6 shutout innings for Star-Lord. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Anthony Mackey's up. He's 0 for 2. Getting ahead of myself. And he swings at the first pitch, pops it up. Matthews makes the catch on the infield grass. One pitch, one away. Squeeze. I should have went for the squeeze bunt. Should have went for the bunt base hit. Next up, Chris Evans. 2 for 2 today. A single, a double. He's got that average up to 323 on the season. Here comes the pitch with one out. Fastball high and outside, ball one. So it's a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th for the Avengers. Still having trouble scoring runs. Swing and a miss at the fastball, ties him up inside. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Steve Rogers. Outside 2-1. Jams him, but that might find its way into, yes it is, it's a bloop base hit to center. Big turn at first, but he will hold. It's a 1-out single, and the 3rd hit of the game for Chris Evans. He can do this all day. Just a bloop past the outfield. Next up, Chadwick Boseman, who hit a 2-run home run, pardon me, a 2-run homer in the 1st to dead center field. And here it is, the replay. Runner at first, 1 out, top of the 6th, big lead at first. And that's a deep drive, but playable for Wendell in left, makes the catch 2 away. Swings at the first pitch off the end of the bat. Doesn't have the distance. Next up, the Incredible Hulk. Mark Ruffalo is singled in the 1st. He is 1 for 2. 2 outs. Runner leads off first. Evans over there has a stolen base in today's game already. Will he try for a second? Breaking ball low. Ball 1. 2 right-handers warming in the Pirates bullpen. It's Jimmy Nelson and Mike Fiers. Getting loose. And he pulls it, but it's a routine play for Wendell. And the side is retired. All respect, but I will have to sleep soon. Catch you real soon. IFT Nation, listen, no love lost. If you got to go, you got to go. Thank you so much for taking the time to make some comments. I appreciate you, and I will see you again soon. At the end of 6, it's 2-0, Avengers lead. So we go to the top of the 7th. Up steps Eddie Matthews for the Pirates. He's 0 for 2. Pratt sets and delivers. Out there working on the shutout. And that shutout is gone. It is high and far and gone. It is a solo shot completely out of the stadium for Eddie Matthews. Home run number 22 on the season. And the lead is cut in half here in the top of the 7th as the Avengers now lead 2-1. Ugh. Brr. Here's a replay. Eddie Matthews just crushes it. Bang. Oh. 482 feet. He hit that ball. 482 feet. Oh my goodness. So before we go any further, the manager is going to go to his office, go to the bullpen, and we're going to warm up some players. We're going to warm up Paul Bettany, and we're going to warm up Ed Norton. And manager is going to send the pitching coach out to the mound to discuss strategy. Freddie Freeman is 1 for 2 with a single. He is the tying run. Here comes the pitch. Grounder towards into the teeth of the shift from short right field. Colson throws to first, and there's one away. Next up, Dale Murphy's 0 for 2. Struck out, popped out. So the shutout is gone, but he is still in a winning position. Fastball looked high, called the strike, but the home plate umpire. The count is 0-1. Misses outside with the changeup. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Misses low, 2-1. Checks the swing, but the knuckler finds the zone. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. I think that's double digits in strikeouts. Is that strikeout? Yes, it is. the 10th strikeout of the game for Chris Pratt. He is on fire. There's a replay. Just can't catch up to it. So 2 outs, base is empty, upsets Chris Davis, who's 0 for 2. Chris Davis has power. He is the tying run, so we have to be careful. Fastball in there, strike 1, 96 on the radar gun. Have to be careful. Cut fastball in there, strike 2. Pitch count is relatively low, but now that the shutout is no longer a factor, I'm not going to push it. Ground ball to the third baseman. Routine play for Black Panther. Throws to first, and the side is retired. So they do get on the board with a monstrous home run by Eddie Matthews. But get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Avengers lead 2-1. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Taking over on the mound for the Pirates, Jimmy Nelson, making his 28th appearance out of the bullpen. He's 4-3 with a 3.75 earned run average. Don Cheadle, 0 for 2. 0 for 10 in this series. Looking to break out of this little mini slump he's in. Fastball outside, ball 1. So we're in the bottom of the 7th, 2-1 lead for the MCU, trying to stave off a 3-game sweep. Get them brooms away. 2-0 count to Cheadle, War Machine. Just gets a piece of the sinking fastball. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Cheadle plays James Rhodes in the MCU from the Iron Man franchise. And he pulls it down the right field line. Out of play. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he probably took a swing at ball 3. Fouls it off. Count remains 2-2. And he skies it to medium center field. Robles makes the catch for the win. Next up, Idris Elba, 0 for 6 in this series himself, 0 for 2. There's too many 0-fers in this series. And he pops it up in the infield. Chavez makes the catch, 2 away. 2 quick outs here for Jimmy Nelson in the 7th.
Now batting.
Next up, Sebastian Stan, who's 0 for 5 in the series. As you can see, nobody has any hits in this series. And you wonder why they're about to lose 3 straight. But not this time. That ball is in there. It is a single. Big turn at first, but he will hold. It's a 2-out single for the Winter Soldier. And this half inning will continue. Here's the replay. Slaps it down that left field line. Didn't make it into the corner. Nice coverage by Joey Wendell to get it back in the infield. Next up is I Am Groot, Vin Diesel. Grounded out twice. He's 0 for 2. And he grounds it foul. Strike 1. Vin Diesel has 3 homers and 10 RBIs on the season. Part-time player. Quick throw to first is back. Does Sebastian have speed? He's got decent speed. Not really base stealing speed, though. Will he try to take off with 2 outs to put himself in scoring position? Remember, I control the hitting, the pitching, and the fielding, but I do not control the base runners. They go on their own. And he yanks it foul. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Vin Diesel. I am Groot. I am Groot. And he pops it up in foul territory. It is a foul ball. Count remains 0-2. Surprised the first baseman didn't chase after that. And that's a deep drive. Does it have a chance? It is caught on the warning track to retire the side. At the end of 7, it's a 1-run ball game. Hollywood Avengers lead 2-1. Gave a charge into it, but didn't make it. So we go to the top of the 8th. Up steps Michael Chavez, who's 0 for 2. He's hitting .216 on the season. We're going to go hitter by hitter to see what happens. Fouls it back, strike 1. Pratt gets into any trouble at all, we're going to the bullpen. And that is a line drive to the shortstop. Cut the check. Anthony Mackie makes the catch 1 away. Starter comparison. Chris Pratt, with his 10 strikeouts, wins this matchup. Chris Paddock had a good game. 6 innings, 2 earned runs. Pinch hitting for the Pittsburgh Pirates is Monty Irvin. 350, 22 homers, 80 RBIs. It's a tough matchup. And he hits it high and deep, but foul. Count is 0-1. Out in front of the circle change. Swinging and miss, 2 quick strikes on Irvin. Jams him past the second baseman into right field. It's a 1-out single for Monty Irvin. He is the tying run at first base. Just kind of fought it off. Cut fastball on the inside part of the plate. Got enough of it to drive it between first and second. No chance for Clark Gregg. Next up is Robinson Chirinos, who struck out twice. This is a dangerous spot. Late on the fastball, drives it foul. Strike 1. High fastball, called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-2 on Chirinos. Doesn't seem like he likes that call. Ground ball up the middle and through. It is another single, but now the tying run is at second base in scoring position as it's first and second, and only 1 out here in the top of the 8th. And Pittsburgh is threatening. I thought he might get the glove on it. Diving attempt by the new Captain America. Pinch runner at first is Nick Solak. Get a little more speed at first. He represents the go-ahead run. Lineup turns over for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Ozzie Smith is 0 for 3. He'll turn around and hit from the right-hand side. It's 0 for 3, but I think we're going to go, manager's going to go to the bullpen, and he's going to bring in Paul Bettany to pitch. Paul Bettany. Now, keep in mind, he is in a winning position, but he's responsible for both runners on base, so he can get either a no decision or even a loss, depending on what Paul Bettany does. So the outcome for Chris Pratt is still up in the air. In relief, Vision. Vision's 2-1 with a 3.60 earned run average over 35 innings pitched. Swing and a miss at the fastball, triple digits on the radar gun. Ozzie is hitting only 143 with runners in scoring position this season. Strike 2. Looked high, called a strike. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Grounder. Evans to second for 1, back to first. Double play, side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still a 2-1 lead for the Hollywood Avengers. In relief, Zach Collins will catch. In relief, not relief. Defensive replacement, pardon me. Defensive replacement in the out. Center field is Ian Happ for Victor Robles. Now up steps Clark Gregg, but before we do that, the manager is going to go to the bullpen again. He's going to sit down Ed Rowe. For the warm-up, Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye, who is the closer. And Jeremy Renner is going to schedule to come in to pitch the 9th inning. Okay? Clark Gregg leads off the bottom of the 8th. In the dirt, ball 1. 27,439 here in attendance at Crosley Field. Crosley is a minor league ballpark, so that's a sellout. Swing and a miss to the slider. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Chase the pitch. High, 2 balls and 1 strike. Way out in front, swing and a miss. Tricked on that breaking ball. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it's a slow bouncer to the shortstop. Ozzie Fields fires. Got him. 1 away. 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. They're looking for insurance. Lineup turns over for the Avengers. Anthony Mackie is 0 for 3 today. Average is dipped to 313. And he pulls the fastball foul for strike one. A little out in front. Outside corner, strike two. Nasty pitch, right on the edge. Elson deals. Outside, trying to get him to chase. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. See how far out of the zone he'll chase that pitch. Was not biting. Oh, he swings and misses, but it goes to the backstop. Ricochets back to the catcher. Throws to first. Not in time. The speed flying down first base. Get it? Flying down first base. Anyway, strikeout and a wild pitch. Runner at first is Anthony Mackie. Cut that check. Up next is Chris Evans, who is 3 for 3. He's got the average up to 325. Looking for hit number 4. Big lead at first. Throws to first. He's back. Fastest player on the team is Anthony Mackie. Let's see if he can get himself in scoring position with 1 out. He is the possible insurance run. Outside ball 1. Count as 1 ball and no strikes. Big lead at first. Just gets a piece of the sinking fastball. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. And he grounds it to the second baseman. Spins, throws to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. It is a fielder's choice out at second. 2 away. Chris Evans will be safe at first. Went for the lead runner. Risky considering how much speed there was. He had to throw across his body, Chavez. So, runner at first, 2 away. Up steps Chadwick Boseman. He's 1 for 3, but that one was a big one in the first inning. He had a 2-run homer in the first. Counted for all of the runs today for the Avengers. Pitch out, nothing doing. Chris Evans has a stolen base today. He's got 16 on the season. I think he's probably 16 for 17 with a success percentage that high. And he hits it to left. Popped up, short left field. Ozzie makes the catch. So, last licks for the Pirates. We go to the 9th. It's a 2-1 lead. Can the Avengers hold it? We'll see. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. In relief comes the closer, Jeremy Renner, also known as Hawkeye. He is 0-2 this season, but he has 24 saves in 27 save opportunities. He has 40 strikeouts in only 26 innings. Leading off for the Pirates, Joey Wendell, who is 1 for 3. Fastball in there, strike 1. Sliders low, count as 1 ball, 1 strike. Pittsburgh needs a run to tie this game. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. 101 miles an hour. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he pops it up. Racing over is the second baseman, Clark Gregg. Makes the catch. There's 1 out here in the 9th. The line for Chris Pratt, 7 1/3, 5 hits, 1 earned run. No walks, 10 strikeouts. He is in line for the victory if Renner can hold it. It would be his 13th win of the season. Next up, Eddie Matthews in his last at-bat hit a titanic home run to left field. And that ball is high, it is far, and in 2 at-bats in a row, he hits another titanic homer, a solo shot, his 23rd of the season, to tie this ball game in the 9th at 2 apiece. So the win for Chris Pratt becomes a no decision. And this is a brand new ball game here in the 9th inning. Here's the replay. 2 homers today for Eddie Matthews. He knew it the minute he hit it. Oh. Ugh. Not quite as monstrous as the last one, but 442 feet is impressive enough. So, 1 for 3. Fastball in there to Freddie Freeman. Strike 1. Freddie's got 29 home runs himself, so he's dangerous. Grounder up the third base line against the shift. Long run, and he will make it to second. So that is a one-out double for Freddie Freeman. And now the go-ahead run is in scoring position where a single can score the go-ahead run here in the top of the ninth. Look at that. Not a single person within miles. The shift will burn you sometimes. Next up, Dale Murphy. Manager is going to go to the mound, talk it out, say, listen, you're the closer. We trust you. We're not going to anybody. If you lose this game, you lose this game. Dale's 0 for 3. That ball is high. It is far. And the pep talk did not work. That is a 2-run home run here in the top of the ninth inning to give the Pirates a 4-2 lead. That's Murphy's 14th of the season. And the floodgates have opened. A 2-1 advantage for the Avengers has now turned into a 4-2 deficit here in the top of the ninth. Oh, what is happening? The Avengers are 3-7 since the All-Star break, and they lose the lead. A blown save here in the ninth for Jeremy Renner. Here's the replay. Bang. Oh, my goodness. What is happening? So we're going to have to manager bullpen.
Now back, designated hitter, Chris.
Sam Jackson. Chris. Fastball in there, strike one. 4-2 lead for the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're looking to sweep this series. They've won the first 2 games. Out in front of the slider, swinging and a miss. Count is 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And there are 2 outs here. Damage has already been done.
Second base.
Oh no. Michael Chavez, the second baseman, is up. He's 0 for 3. Line drive, foul ball, strike one. Chavez hitting .215 on the season. Fouls off the slider. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. So the MCU going into the top of the ninth inning brings in their closer, Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner, to close out a 2-1 lead. Jeremy Renner proceeds to give up back-to-back home runs, a solo shot, and a 2-run shot. Swing and a miss, side retired. However, a 2-1 lead turns into a 4-2 deficit as we go to the bottom of the ninth. The Avengers need 2 runs to tie. Can they do it? Or will they get swept by the Pirates? This is Avengers baseball.
Your attention, please.
In relief, Eric Gagne, the closer for the Pirates. He's 1-2. He has 29 saves. He has blown 5 saves. However, his ERA is 2.12 though. So he is on fire. Leading off the bottom of the ninth, Mark Ruffalo, who's 4 for 12 in this series. He has a single today.
Number 84.
4-2 lead. They need a bloop and a blast. Let's see what happens. And he pulls it foul. Strike one. Mark leads the team in homers and RBIs. And he skies it down the right field line. Out of play. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on the hole. Swing and a miss. He's out in front of the changeup. Struck him out. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mark Ruffalo. League leaders in saves. Eric Gagne leads the National League in saves with 29. Somehow we have 2 Bruce Suitors. I don't know why, but whatever. Next up, 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Don Cheadle is 0 for 3. He's 0 for 11 in this series. If ever he needed a hit, it's right now. Here comes the pitch from Gagne. And he might have it. Will it dunk in there? Yes, it will. It's his first hit of the series. Big turn at first he will hold. So he's a runner on base. The tying run will come to the plate here in the ninth inning for the Avengers. And he gets his first hit of this series. Next up, Idris Elba, 0 for 3. Called a strike. Looked high and tight. Called a strike, but the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. Curveball is low. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner leads off first. 4-2 lead for Pittsburgh here in the ninth inning. Ground ball. Oh, it's off the glove. Throws to first in time. Nice play to get in front of it down the third base line for Eddie Matthews. Watch this play. Keeps it in front of him and very calmly picks it up after it ricochets. Plenty of time to make the throw. There are 2 away, and the Avengers are down to their final out of this game and of the series. Representing both the tying run and the final out, Sebastian Stan, who's 1 for 3 with a single. And that is a ground ball to the second baseman. Backhanded by Chavez, throws to first in time. Side retired, ball game over. And the Pittsburgh Pirates win 4-2. Dramatic comeback in the top of the 9th to take the lead. They sweep the series on the road. They take all 3 games against the division-leading Avengers, Hollywood Avengers. And by winning all 3 games, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they put the Avengers in second place in the National League West, as now the Los Angeles Dodgers are in first place in the National League West. So let's go to the scorecard. Pittsburgh, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Hollywood Avengers, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Jimmy Nelson gets the win. Jeremy Renner, or Hawkeye, gets the loss. That's his 3rd loss of the season, 0-3. Eric Gagne gets the save, and Eddie Matthews with the tying and go-ahead runs. 2 homers in this game. Eddie Matthews is your player of the game. And this has been a presentation of Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. I don't know what's going on. Since the All-Star break, my team is 3 wins and 8 losses and are now in second place in the NL West. They are 69-40, and I'm assuming they're 1 game behind the LA Dodgers. So you win, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. My goal is to play every single game of this 162-game franchise and make the playoffs. Right now, I'm making things difficult on myself. But I want to say thank you to IFT Nation and the Outlander Show for showing up today, and anybody else who was hanging out in the background and watched. I genuinely appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching. So the final here at Crosley Field, Pittsburgh wins 4-2. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself an absolutely great night.